Shattered jaws. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Who the fuck writes this shit? I don't know. Who do I want to be? If I had a good father figure, I'd know who I'd want to be. If my daddy was good to me, I would have a better time figuring out who I was. And if your daddy was good to you, you might too have a fucking idea. But we don't. And that's just, where we're at. Susan Pinker, Jake Paul. It's not White Claw season, it's Get Your Jaw Shattered season. Chappelle, are you kidding me? A new Netflix special? Can we do that again? Susan Pinker, Chappelle, a new Netflix special? Wait, it's not White Claw season? It's Get Your Jaw Shattered season? Did you see the latest with Jake Paul? Well, we're unpacking it this week on Late Nights. That's right. I even put on my fancy coat for you. How do I look? I figure we should close out the year on a good note. And that's why I'm giving it all to you on this episode of Late Nights with Anthony Cassese. I'm your host. Hit that subscribe button and support your boy because it's been a long time coming since we started doing this thing, you and me. I think we're up to 66 subscribers now, which is pretty crazy. Small but mighty. I didn't realize till today when I unpacked my new camera that we're going to be unveiling probably in the next few weeks on Late Nights to help elevate some of our images and give it a cleaner look and feel. I think we're ready to take that step up. It's been a long time coming, and I don't think I talk about it enough because, you know, life moves fast, but you're gonna have to start somewhere no matter who you are, and you can't let paralysis by analysis slow you down. You can't let those things slow you down. Start somewhere. Last year when I started shooting Late Nights, I was really hung up on how do I shoot this on my phone? It's going to feel so gaudy. It's so tacky. Oh my goodness. But we did it. We did it for a whole year. And I can't be more thankful for the appreciation and support that I've gotten from the channel because I don't know. It's kind of surprising, right? It's always kind of surprising to be validated in some way. And I realized today, look, you know, I never thought I'd own this camera. I never thought I'd have something so special. I didn't come from anything, so to have something is like pretty remarkable, you know? Like, you just don't believe it until it happens, and then you're validated in that way. So, you know, never give up, right? Never stop trying, never stop going for it, and be willing to start somewhere. Everybody gets their start somewhere, so... Welcome back to my channel. This week we got a lot to unpack. First of all, what the hell? Chappelle? Chappelle? Chappelle. Shika shika. Shika shika. Shika shika. Chappelle released, unbeknownst to any of us, a new Netflix special this week. Ahead of Christmas. Who the hell knew we didn't know that we needed that present? I didn't know I needed that present. I love Chappelle. One of my favorite stand-up comedians is Chappelle. And I think he's a lot of everyone's favorite, but... I do think there's some also underrated, severely underrated comics out there, and I hope that they get so much recognition going into 2026. They've already gotten a tremendous amount, but they deserve so much more. Like Adam Ray. Oh gosh, I love Adam Ray. How do you not love Adam Ray? I'd love to have Adam Ray on the channel. Adam, come to the channel, man. Come be on the channel. Come be a part of the channel. Be my friend. I need friends. Merry Christmas. It's this time of year that we should be reminded not to be ungrateful motherfuckers about everything and anything. Life moves fast and it's easy to get stressed out on things that we have no control over, especially this time of year. And I know a lot of people say that from their ivory tower like they're doing something good for the world by saying, hey, keep your chin up and do well and sort it out and don't give up. But take it from somebody who has wanted to give up a lot. I've wanted to give up a lot. And I got to tell you, if you don't, some really, really unbelievable things could happen in your life. It's possible. It's exciting, too. It's exciting. And I try to remember that this time of year because Not too many years ago, I lost my dad right around Christmas, and that was really difficult for me. And I think the grieving process for a lot of people is weird, and we don't like to talk about our feelings. And grieving is weird to begin with. It's so strange. You know, who wants to talk about it? Much less who wants to talk about it in this setting, right? Me talking to you, it's like, oh, dude, come on, get it together. I'm not your therapist. But you are. You are my therapist. You just sit there and listen, and I just keep rambling, you know? It's like I'm just a little spider, and I've caught you up in my web. Now I'm going to dish it to you. That's what we do here at Late Nights, your new favorite, absolute favorite, maybe one of your basically favorites of all late night show. Better than Colbert. Yeah, Fallon. Pfft. Look, love those guys. Really do. Jon Stewart, one of my biggest idols ever. Biggest idol ever. And, you know, late nights is not what it is without you, the audience, the people that support these channels. And, you know, I think we have a lot to offer to our people around us. You know, your impact in the world is based on the influence within the sphere of you surround yourself with. And I always think of that when I sit down here at late nights to do our thing. So thanks for listening to me ramble, and go out there and do your thing. Because this time of year can be really hard. It really can. And grieving is a weird thing because it just kind of creeps in on you. And it gets you. Makes you want to give up and throw in the towel. But you just can't stop. You just can't stop. Just can't stop. And we got some things to unpack here this week. Not just the BS that I got spewing. First of all, the big question, the big but within. But there's more. There's always more. But the big question is, have you been naughty or nice this year? Oh, wait. I've been naughty. And I don't give a fuck. You have to enjoy who you are and who you aren't, you know? And I love who I am because there was a time in my life where I really hated me. There was a time in my life where I couldn't stand me, and still most days I can't stand me. But you start to appreciate who you are, and I think that's kind of where I was this week with this episode. When I sat down to write, I thought, what do I want to convey, right? What's on the top of mind here? And sometimes that can be hard because I'm a really emotional dude. And I'm like, I don't know what I want to say. Let me just wing it. But the best thing you can learn in life is to have a good plan, because without a plan, you're basically planning for failure. One of my favorite acronyms is the 5 Ps. I'll share them with you. I'll share them with you because it's you and, you know, no one else is here. Are you ready for this? This is going to change your life. This is something that you can't even believe you didn't know before you knew it. And once you know it, you won't unknow it. The 5 Ps are as follows. You won't forget it. Hit that save button because you do not want to forget this one. Proper planning prevents poor performance. Have a plan, guys. Stop winging it in life. People say, oh, Ant, you do stand-up. That must be real easy. I got some jokes. Listen to them. I'm like, look, dude, it's not like that. It's not quite like that. You have to have a plan and curate that plan. And that's the story of our lives, is doing little things that compound over time. Just like this late night channel. Just like doing this every week. Every week we get a new subscriber. We get more views. We do more this. We do more that. I grow as a person to you. It's exciting. It's exciting. And somebody's doing this in a really remarkable way. Right now, in real time, there's somebody out there who's doing something crazy. You might know this person. He's a famous actor. You know him from The King of Queens. You might know him. Hopefully you do know him. It's hard not to know him because he's pretty amazing. He's out there doing something right now with content, posing as Matt Taylor. And I know what you're thinking. Who is Matt Taylor? I thought the same thing. I thought, Matt Taylor is the man. Matt Taylor is just out here painting.
Tonight, let's hope your night is filled with a beautiful full moon and a couple stars. Let's go. Come with me on this journey. All right, guys. I really did.
Enjoying good vibes and just trying to contribute a little bit of good back to the world. I don't know when being good became overrated. And look, I'm all for being naughty, but this time of year, you still got to be good, guys. You know? You have to give it a chance. And Matt Taylor, who is he? What's he doing? Well, We think he's Kevin James. Why is he doing it is the bigger question. I think to support some little bit of good back into the world. And he's doing it really well. We have to keep an eye on this because, man, need I say more? This time of year, the holidays is the toughest time of year for everybody. I think it's unbelievable. The amount of depression and anxiety, even for me, I'm just like, oh my gosh. Presents and gifts and friends and girlfriends and boyfriends and family and obligations and priorities and things. And the gauntlet of things that make you just say, what is going on? It is oh so refreshing to know that people like Matt Taylor exist. Keep it up, Kevin James. We see you. I see you. I see what you're doing, man. It's super cool. It's super cool. You know what's not really cool, though? What happened in last night's fight? You guys saw it. Jake Paul got wrecked. He got his jaw cracked open. They cracked him like a freaking oyster on the half shell. They cracked Jake Paul in the biggest of ways. It's kind of crazy, to be running your mouth as much as that guy does. It's about time. I've had my ass handed to me a time or two. Yeah. I used to always start fights in middle school. I had a teacher who would always say, would you like fries with that? Because he thought I was a burnout loser because I was always getting in fights. He thought that was real funny. Hey, Anthony, would you like fries with that? I was a little kid. I didn't know any better. I wanted to beat him up too. But I got my ass kicked a couple times. There's been a couple times in my life I got my ass kicked. And my dad always said, there's always going to be someone bigger and better. And don't you believe it? Because it's true. It's like butter. Can't believe it's not real. But it is, right? Can't believe it's not real butter. How's that saying go? Is that the one with the Indians on the butter? Or did they get rid of that? They did that shit with Aunt Jemima. They put pearl milling on the box now. I don't know. Look, I'm all for, I understand it, cultural differences. We have to respect other cultures, even if they're not our own. But I got a lot of question marks. I don't understand a lot of it, but anyway, I know you're all waiting for it. This is probably the most obscene photos you'll ever see in your life. There's some really hot news, hot off the press right now, and I'm about to share it with you because you need to know what is going on in this world. You need to be informed, guys, because knowledge is power. I'm about to share some photos with you of, you guessed it, the Epstein case. The Epstein case just released these unbelievable files, and I need to share this stuff to you because you need to stay empowered. You need to be informed. Knowledge is your power. Here you go. Let's get them up on the screen. Okay, so there were a few redactions. Monkey see, monkey do, potato, potato, right? It's late nights. I'm your host, Anthony Cassese. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'm so happy you could join me here and listen to me ramble week over week. We're going into the new year and it's Christmas right around the corner, so I want to wish you and your family a very Merry Christmas. Be safe out there. I tell all my people, all my friends, all the time, I love you. Be safe. Say it enough. Say it. There's never too much. You can never tell somebody you love them too much and be safe. You can never say it to everybody, right? Show people love. That's the only way that you can make a real impact in this world. One of my favorite TED Talks by Susan Pinker, she talked about the contributing factors to a long life. What contributing factors really make you live a long life? What aids a long life? And she had a great TED Talk. I'll attach it somewhere to this video just for you. You're going to want to watch that. And she talked a lot about social cohesion. Social cohesion is when people come together. And she referenced a couple different islands out there in Europe about people that live in close communities, in close proximity. I've always been an advocate of proximity. I think it is a very, very important part of our lives that we don't get enough credit to. What you're around, who you're with, who you spend time with, who you spend time talking to. Those are things you ought to audit once in a while. Make sure you're doing the right things. But she talked a lot about social cohesion, and I know that this time of year, during the holidays, Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, New Year, whatever your story is, the flip side of social cohesion is a weariness of strangers and outsiders. And I know that can be hard for a lot of people, especially in social media and younger kids these days that just don't get enough social interaction. Get out of your comfort zone. There's never a bad time to put yourself out there. It's the holidays. It's the best time of year to shake hands, kiss babies, smile, tell people you love them and you care about them, get home safe, send a text here and there. You're not too busy for the things that are important to you. And if they're not important enough to you, you'd ought to get rid of them. That's an episode for me, and that's an episode for you. I'm so happy you could join me here on Late Nights. It was short, sweet, and to the point, but I hope you remember this week that you have to put yourself out there. It is so, so, so important if you want to grow as a person to insulate yourself with great, great people. The only way you can do that is by being yourself. And that's pretty remarkable. So I'm going to go be myself now. Can't wait to see you in the new year. Be safe. This is Late Nights. I'm your host. Till next time.